So guys, this video here is it's intended as a brief exploration into some aspect of the MGTOW philosophy that is it's kind of paradoxical here, because if we are highlighting inequalities in the sexual landscape, right? If we're highlighting inequalities in in the way in which men are treated in society, right? In American society, and if we claim to be awakened, right, by having taken this information, right, the information that we call the red pill, right? This launching of ourselves into this new realm, the realm of seeing it all, of seeing things clearly, then we are awake. And although we are not fighting for equality, because what we're doing is more of a passive resistance to an oppressive regime, the matriarchy, right? Then we're here's what I'm saying. We're not really. I mean, we're passive, but we are aware. You see, we are aware of this inequality, and so that throws us, the MGTOW men, into the realm of the woke. You see? Now, I know this word has a lot of negative connotations. It has connotations in the racial sphere as well. You see? But we fall into this age of wokeness because that's exactly what we're doing. We are highlighting these inequalities in the interest of men. You see, us men have been oppressed and suppressed for so long that that it was just a matter of one day it was all gonna implode, right? The whole system has to collapse, and the system is collapsing because the men are waking up, and we're waking up in large numbers. And so in a sense we fall into this category of being woke, this arena of being woke. And I know we're not out there protesting, we're not out there joining the ranks of the the people that that destroy things or whatnot. But in a sense we are also contributing to the dismantling of American society, a society that requires change for the better. It demands change for the better, for our betterment, for the betterment of our condition as men. And so that kind of makes us woke, if you ask me. We have this analogy of taking the red pill, right, and waking up, right, and seeing it all. So, I mean, I don't know what you guys think, what you guys may think about this, but it's quite a paradox, if you ask me. And so, we're obviously not needed anymore, because the family, as we used to think of the family, right? It was all a hoax. It was an invention. It was a creation, only lasting a few centuries, so that capitalism could surface, right? So that capitalism could prevail, because the family produced offspring, and the man was the party responsible for for bringing about this production of capital, and people that could produce, right? To keep the factories going and whatnot. But we're now moving into a different era, an era where somebody in the computer can make a lot more money than a man clocking in the factory and putting in 40 hours of work. And so you are not needed as a man anymore. And that's why we're not needed. Rather, we're not needed as men anymore, to provide and to protect, right? And so, I mean, but the women, some of them seem to be stuck in this paradigm of, hey, I want the man to provide and protect, right? But the system is not there for that. And so the system doesn't need us anymore, right? It doesn't need that it doesn't need us to play that role of provider and protector anymore. You see? And so that's why the family needed to be dismantled. It needed to be dismantled because it was going to be a burden to the state. You see? And so with the family in the way, right? The people in power could simply not accomplish what they wanted to accomplish, right? What they want to accomplish. The agenda could not progress. See, could not progress. Rather, the agenda could not move forward, and so that's why the family had to be dismantled. And you were just a number in this system, right? And so was I. We're just cogs in this machine. This machine that requires the sacrifice of men. And so the MGTOW woke up. The MGTOW are the awakened. We are the truly awakened, the enlightened, if you may ask. The true Illuminati is us. By Illuminati, I mean the illuminated ones. That is us. We are awake. The other people, our adversaries, they're also awake, but they're using their awareness for nefarious purposes. The rest of society is just following along. But we, the MGTOW, we are the Illuminati. The true Illuminati is us, and the truly woke is us, one and the same. And so what do we do, right? It's now we have a choice. We get to throw a monkey wrench into the system, and we get to jam it up. And that's exactly what we've done. Exactly what we've done with our philosophy. We have caused all kinds of mayhem in the system. It's now in disarray. The agenda has been revealed. The books are open. The books are open. And although we can, we still do not see our adversaries in physical form, in open light, the people that are hiding behind the system, right? We don't really see those people, right? Some of those may not even be people, some of those they're entities, right? We don't see them. At least we don't see them with our physical senses, but many of us can perceive them with our chakras, right? And the more they try to shut us down, shut down some of our systems, the more that some of the other systems take up the slack, and we end up being aware in different ways, you see. And so they're not in the position of winning, They really are not. And it only takes a few of us, just because in reality there's only a few of them too. You know, the MGTOW are few, and you know, the truly awakened, the true Illuminati, us, you know, we're only a few. And so are they. They're only, it's only a few people, you know. Maybe a couple hundred at most, you know, 200-300 people. That's it. The rest of society is just following along, you know. And so in this beautiful war of ideas, you know, this psychological war that we're playing, as exciting as it can be sometimes, you know. You know, we have a say. So we don't have to feel discouraged, you know, because we have leverage. We have leverage, and the people, right? The people that are following along, you know, they're being played by their desires, and so, you know, the agenda that our adversaries had in place went against nature. It went against the laws of nature, you see. And so people are just following their natural course again, thanks to us. So MGTOW, you know, for as much as, you know, some people are willing to say that MGTOW is anti-nature, right? It's quite the opposite. We have opened the door. We have opened the door for the reconciliation of the sexes. We truly have. It is because of the MGTOW. It is because of the few, the proud, the woke, that people have begun once again to talk about sex and relationships. It is because of us that the conversation has started, or restarted rather. It has rekindled, you know, all because of us. And so in that sense, we are winning. You know, the system appears to be in disarray, but that's because it's changing. It's transforming itself from that agenda that was taking place, right? It's deviating itself. You know, all these actions are being are the result of that deviation. You know, what we see, you know, the mess that we see is the result of that deviation. And so it's all a big transformation taking place, and it's just evolution taking place. You know, I'm not talking about physical evolution. I'm talking about a spiritual evolution, an evolution in thought. It's taking place right between, or right before, our very own eyes. It's an exciting time. I think we're doing quite well. You know, we've exposed the agenda, and many people are well aware of it. And some of them are saying, no, you know, I'm just gonna continue simping. And so that's, you know, that in a sense is helping our cause. The simps are helping us, whether we believe it or not, you know, because they were once part of the problem, but now that they're somewhat aware, they're also part of the solution, you see. Anyways, thank you for listening. I'll catch you in the next video. Later.